Okay, so today's quick review is going to be on the Roden Douglas AC-47 Spooky, and this is a 1/144 scale. Probably going to be my first ever 1/44 scale kit. This is quite exciting because one of these caught my attention, part of the Vietnam project. Now, some really nice detail work on the box. I really like the way that they've set it out. This is such an unusual kit because this is the first time, well, this is basically the predecessor to the AC-130 Gunship that you see in a lot of Call of Duty games and all over the Operation Iraqi Freedom and fighting against the Taliban in Afghanistan. This was the guy that started it all. They basically converted a C-47 Skytrain, original transport aircraft, and they turned it into a gunship. Now the amazing thing is the pilot was able to line up the target, and then he would fly in a holding pattern in a circle, which is what these were really good at doing, and then it would focus down 3 6-barrel miniguns or Gatling cannons that would literally focus on a target, and basically as it flew around in a circle it would aim in on that target and destroy whatever was in there, and they were very effective, especially for night fighting. So classic Roden, really nice instruction manual, really good to have a look at the history. Always important with a model kit, and there's a lot of history, as you can see right here, which is really nice. A lot to read about, telling you about how much they used them, what squadrons they were in, so from 1965 onwards, so the height of the Vietnam War in '68, these things were used especially during the Tet Offensive. So that's kind of the basis of the diorama which I'm going to be working on for this. Now, really simple, not many sprue pieces. You've got the wings, you've got the clear parts, which are quite nice. So there's some really nice detail on those clear parts. Really, really nice. Now this whole canopy is actually it's a clear part, as you can see, which is actually not such a bad idea because you can paint that and then add it later. And you've got the bubble top at the back there, and then the 2 parts here for the wings. So these are the lights on the side, and then we've got the actual glass parts for the windows, which you cut off the 3 at the end, obviously for the Gatling cannons. Now what's really nice is the detail that you get with Roden is a lot more than I was expecting. I mean, it's very detailed. For a 1/44 scale kit, look at the lines, it's beautiful. Really nice moulding, wings looking good. And then we've got here the tail parts. So they're pretty much the same. You get both in each. It's really good detail on the engine cowling as well. Just really, really nice detail. See, as you can see, the camera picks it up quite nicely. And then, of course, we've got the inside, where you've got the Gatling cannons that will sit in there. So nice housing. And this is the cool thing, is the actual cannons themselves. I mean, that's some really, really nice detailing. I mean, for a 1/144 scale, that is pretty impressive if you ask me. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. Oh, that is nice. I might even add my own little addition, might be a little figure, which I'm going to ambitiously make out of putty, because these things, as you can see on the box, they had 2 pilots and then a crew of guys to man the guns and look after the guns, and there was always a guy who was hanging around the outside here, pointing out targets if they could, and letting them know if there's any sort of RPG or anti-aircraft fire that's coming for the ground. I mean, these things got shot at as well. I mean, there's only 3,000 feet that they would be operating, or 1,000 feet sometimes. So these things could rain down absolute hell on earth. And they really picked up a massive reputation, these planes, that they became ghost planes that the Viet Cong and Vietnamese, North Vietnamese army called them, because they were so elusive. But I think about 23 of these were shot down, unfortunately. Some due to bad weather and some shot down. But they were very formidable, especially in the campaign. Had they had more of these, maybe they could have changed the tide of the war in a more effective way. But some really nice detail. So yeah, I'm very impressed. And then we got onto the decals for a 1/44 scale, and these are absolutely minute. As you can see, my massive hands. But these are really, really nicely done. You see the spooky emblem right there, which is quite cool. So a lot of detail. Excited to build this actually. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. So that has been your quick review of the Douglas AC-47D Spooky, and what a build this is going to be. Stay tuned to see what I do. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.